fortunate that we were able to share such a great man with so many people who had so much passion in his heart for the community and for doing good, and he lived that concept each and every day.
An Ohio legend and patriarch of a local political dynasty dies at the age of 82. Good evening, everybody. William Mallory Senior, the first African-American majority leader in Ohio history, died this morning after a short illness. His family was with him. Mallory served in the Ohio House from 1966 to 94, the last 20 of those years as majority floor leader for the Democrats.
But while Mallory worked with governors and presidents, he never forgot where he came from, the inner city of Cincinnati. Local 12 News reporter Jeff Hirsh has more on Mallory the politician and Mallory the man. Jeff.
It is with a heavy heart that I come before you today to announce the passing of my father, William L. Mallory Senior.
The Mallory political dynasty began in October 1931 when William Mallory Senior was born, son of a laborer and a domestic worker.
My dad grew up in a very poor family here in the West End.
Mallory dropped out of high school to make money for the family, but went back, got his GED and a college degree. He became president of the West End Community Council and ultimately ran successfully for the Ohio House.
As I was in his first headquarters, he took me to it in 1966. And I can remember it like it was yesterday.
Once elected, Mallory kept moving up the leadership ranks.
They asked him what he wanted when the Democrats came into power. He said, I want to be the assistant majority leader. They said, we don't have that position. He said, create it. See, that's leadership.
Mallory became majority leader in 1974 and held that position for 20 years. Most of his children followed him into politics: a mayor, 2 judges, a state representative, and a board of elections administrator. But
Jeff Hirsh asked if it was expected that we would go into politics. And, you know, our father actually tried to deter us from getting involved in politics. He actually sat us down and said, you don't want to go into politics.
But the example of what you could do for others was too strong to resist. While William Mallory Senior was at the top of power, he stayed close to his roots. Proud, for example, of getting a traffic light installed at a West End intersection. And when the Cincinnati Post closed, Mallory passed out copies of the paper he sold more than 60 years before.
One day, as I was selling newspapers, a gentleman came out of that same door probably that you came out of and tried to chase me off the steps and said I couldn't sell newspapers here.
Oh my gosh.
Mayor James Garfield Stewart heard and saw what was going on and gave me the right to sell newspapers on these steps as long as I wanted to.
And the sculpture of a Civil War soldier at the Black Brigade Memorial, it's modeled after a young William Mallory Senior. Mallory's family prayed there this afternoon, prayed for a man who was powerful but humble, who always wore a jacket and tie for a reason.
My dad's philosophy was, I'm going to take away a certain excuse of this guy's not dressed right, this guy doesn't look right, this guy doesn't fit the bill for some reason. So he was always presenting himself in a very professional manner. Obviously, we're in a much more casual society now. That's fine. I choose to follow my dad's lead.
He was a good guy. Many of Mallory's political concerns went straight back to his roots, helping the poor, the elderly, and the homeless. He also filed a lawsuit that made it possible for more African Americans to be elected municipal court judges in Hamilton County, changing the system from at-large elections to districts. Back to you.
He certainly will be missed, Jeff. Thank you. And of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Funeral services will be private for the family. There will also be a public memorial ceremony, but details for both are not yet available.